Hey guys, Jordan here. Today I'd like to take a look at the DC Universe Classics Sinestro Corps Mongul. He's from the Archilo line of DC Universe Classics. He came with the right arm for Archilo, and you can see real quick, this is what I have of Archilo so far. So that right arm is what came with Mongul. And Mongul's a pretty cool character and a pretty cool figure. Here, I'll just read the biography real quick from his box. The son of an infamous galactic conqueror, Mongul is driven by a burning desire to surpass his father's murderous achievements. Mongul broke into the Justice League watchtower only to be turned back. Next, he used the hallucination-inducing Black Mercy plant against Green Lantern, but it could not overcome Green Lantern's indomitable will. After that, Mongul's main enemy became the Green Lantern Corps. And his first appearance was in Showcase 95, number 85. His occupation is a conqueror, base of operations is Warworld, and his special abilities are that he's incredibly strong and massive, and he projects deadly energy beams from his chest. So you could see here, I'll put Archilo up here, since he's almost done, you can kind of see a size comparison. Archilo's much larger than Mongul is, but compared to a regular DC Universe Classics figure, like this Blue Lantern Flash, who's just about average size, you can see that Mongul is taller and wider, so he's in a pretty decent scale. It could have been cool to see him a little bit bigger, but it's really not too bad. He is definitely larger and bulkier, so that's good. As far as the figure goes, I really like how it looks. I like the detail on it a lot. If you can actually see that white mark on his chest here is actually the Sinestro Corps logo. It's kind of tough to see, but it's nice that they put in that little detail. You can see his Sinestro Corps ring right there, and again, it's hard to see, but they actually did a very good job of sculpting the Sinestro Corps logo into that ring. And the sculpting on him, I think, is just really great. They have the rivets, they have little pockmarks in the shoulder piece right here. I really like the paint, like that metallic blue on him. And then he's got the kind of pink and purple suit there. His belt looks nice with the wires going through, the pink wires. And again, it has those little rivet details everywhere, just making him look like a very well-armored figure. And just goes down the legs, just all these parts with the blue. And parts there are rivets sculpted in that aren't painted silver, but most of them, at least all the larger ones, are. You can see at the top of the boot. And what I really like is his face. I think the face sculpt here is very nice. Again, I don't have the best camera, so it's kind of tough to see, and he's got these big eyebrow ridges that kind of go over his eyes, make him kind of shadowy, but when you look real close, the eyes are bright red, and they actually put like a line of black around the eyes, kind of making them more defined, and they pop out more. And even his teeth, there's very good detail in his teeth. So you can see they're all individual teeth in there. And the paint on it, it doesn't look too detailed as far as shading goes, but it works very well. And just kind of the rough texture given on his arms, it fits very well. And you can actually see some shading here on the arms where it's darker in the creases here. And it's kind of emphasized by shadow, like it's a very subtle paint job there, but it works very well, and just helps to make all the details on his arms pop out. Like I have said it many times before, but I am partial to the larger figures when it comes to action figures, and this guy does not disappoint. And just all over him, he's got these little details. He's definitely one of the more detailed DC Universe Classics figures that I've picked up. I mean, like with Flash, you can see he's got some detail, just how it's painted and everything, and again, not much shading. They sculpted on the wings on the head there and on the boots, but as far as that goes, it's really not that much as far as sculpt goes, like it's pretty basic body. But with Mongul here, just all the cuts put in, like here, on the lines on his back. They sculpted the muscle very well, and it's just really one of the more detailed figures that I've seen, and I really, really like it. You probably saw the haul video where I showed all the figures that I picked up at my local comic book shop, and out of all of them, I think that this Mongul is probably my favorite. I'd really recommend him to anybody who's a fan of this character or a fan of the DC Universe Classics. Yeah, I mean, I really don't have much to say about him other than he's awesome. As far as articulation goes, it's pretty standard. His head has a tough time turning all the way around just because his neck is so big. So it feels like if you start turning this way, it's going to pop it off. His arms go 360 at the shoulder there, and they're on the hinge also, so they can lift up to there. And 360 at the bicep, single jointed elbows, and 360 at the wrist. And he's got that standard DCUC ab articulation there. And he spins a little bit at the waist. I don't think he spins, no, because on the back this sticks up a little bit, and it looks like it's catching there. So he doesn't spin a full 360, but you can get a little rotation there, get him in a little different pose. And then his legs go up and down over there, or forward and back, I mean, and single joint knee. And again, I do like when they have the single joint knees, when they have these little knee guards right here that kind of stick up a little bit, because it helps to hide that hinge. So I do like that. And then I don't believe there's rotation at the calf. No rotation at the calf, but his feet do go up and down. There's no toe articulation, but his ankle movement is pretty good. A little bit side to side also, which really helps when you're posing them. But yeah, I mean, the bigger figures usually do have more limited articulation just because they're bulkier, but he still has enough articulation to get him into some cool poses, and just having him this big, you know, you can make him look kind of menacing with your other figures. But yeah, as far as this guy goes, I'd really recommend him. If you see him, you should pick him up. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and please comment, rate, and subscribe.